Hey guys, PMHK here obviously, and in this video we're going to be looking at the new released iOS 14, obviously only for developers. I would not recommend any of you guys to actually just go and install because this software tend to come with bugs. Now, I was meant to make a video on the same day of the event, but I didn't because there was no hardware announced and I was really eager to actually talk about the new iMac that there were rumors that they were going to announce, but that didn't happen. So I decided to install iOS 14 on my main phone just to show you guys the new features that were actually announced on the actual event, and that's what we're going to be talking about and I'm going to be showing you guys in this specific video. So let's jump straight to the phones. I have the iPhone 5 here just for me to show you guys things that the previous OSs were doing that the new one is not doing. As you guys can see from there, you can actually see that there's a new wallpaper. This is the dark mode version of this new wallpaper, and as you guys can see on the old one, this is running on iOS 12. This is the iPhone 5. It does not take anything higher than iOS 12, unfortunately. And also in terms of support, all the devices that supported iOS 13 will actually also support iOS 14. So as you guys can see, this is the main page, and on the older software, if you slide to the left, you go to your control center or widget center. I don't even know if that's the correct term, but on the new one, you can see that things have changed. Now you have this Android styled widget, and I actually think that these ones on iOS look much better than the ones that you find on Android. I might be biased obviously because I prefer using iPhones than Android. That's if I had to pick one device. But as you can see, those are the new widgets that you will be getting with iOS 14. And as well as on the new OS, you're getting what they call app library. So if you slide all the way to the right, you get to your app library, which is actually comes with a couple of recommendations of apps that you currently use or that Siri actually recommends. Let me slide that up here on top here. So those are the suggestions that the phone will give you, and then you have your applications actually below, organized in order. So you have your recently added there, you have your social productivity, you have creativity there, you have entertainment and so forth. As you can see, also you have games there. And one other thing you can do is if you further slide down, you can actually search specific app. Now this is what it's called, the app library. So as for the widgets, what you can do is if you hold the screen on the phone, if you tap and hold on the screen, you can see now there's a new icon there. I think it's called a toggle, and that's how you can add a widget. Under widget, you also have smart text, which you can actually add on your main screen. You can actually add also, can you add under? I guess you can add under, but this will recommend, depending on the time of the day, which widget actually you should be looking at. And you can actually further add other widgets on the main screen. Let's add my notes right there. And we can add, what else do I normally use? Let's add calendar. Okay. Oh yeah, and most of the widgets actually come with different dimensions. You can have this one here, you can have the square one, or you can have the gigantic one. Let's use the gigantic one to see how we'll cover. Wow, it's huge. I think it's actually too big. And as I mentioned, this is a beta software, so some of the things that are here are actually going to be buggy. So let me remove that and just leave it like that because I really don't like many things on the home screen. But let's just, for the sake of this video, let's add another one, but we're going to try and add on this form factor because there was no more space here. All right, so this is how my new home screen will be looking. And you can also actually hide the app pages that you don't want to show, but I wasn't able to actually find this feature when I was looking through my phone. So that's widgets for you. One other feature that they announced that also Android has been having for quite a while, it's picture in picture. So let me say I am watching something on Netflix. Let's just play an episode on Netflix. Let's put the volume all the way down and we play something. And as soon as you press the home button, it actually continues playing. As you guys can see, you can do other stuff while the video is playing there. But this phone actually has this really small screen. I don't think anybody is going to be doing much picture-in-picture video watching here. Another thing you can do actually is just put on the side. And as much as it's on the side, the movie or the series that's playing, it's actually still continues playing, which is actually something cool. And obviously on the older one, you couldn't really do that. I don't know if I have Netflix here. So if I go to my Netflix, so if I try and play something on the background, as you guys can see, it's just exits. Now, one of the coolest thing was actually announced was the redesigned Siri. Now, when you actually evoke the Siri command, all you get is a little bubble here that actually looks kind of futuristic. And let me just do it and show it to you guys. Hey Siri. And there we go. And that's actually how your Siri is going to be showing. Just a little thing there. And what I also realized is that Siri is actually much responsive in the iOS 14, as much as this is still a beta software. So if I press the home button, it goes, or you can actually evoke Siri just by holding the home button. As you guys can see, Siri popped up there. And the other thing also that this new OS has is, remember when you receive a call, you used to get the whole screen covered with a call notification. Now you're only gonna get a little notification right on top showing that there's somebody calling if your phone is unlocked. In terms of iOS 14, the other things they've actually announced that comes with iOS 14 includes car keys, which basically you're gonna be able to use your iPhone to unlock your car. But this feature is only coming next year, and the first car that's going to come native with the support of this feature is going to be one of the new BMW 5 series. More on, you have improved messages, which we actually kind of don't really use those features in this side of the world, because we're mainly using WhatsApp, and most of the features that you're actually getting on WhatsApp right now are also gonna come on the messages feature, which includes things like mentions. You can actually mention somebody's name while you in a group chat, and you can actually also pin conversations or chats to the top of your chat lists. Last but not least, they also announced app clips, which is basically you won't need to download a full application to be able to use certain applications that obviously you're not going to use many times. You maybe only need to use that once, and that's about it. And obviously, if you actually watch the keynote, you are aware that they announced new features on macOS, which they're calling macOS Big Sur. They actually also announced the new iPad OS 14, which actually includes most of the features that the iPhone has, which I just spoke about it. They also announced the watchOS 7, they announced tvOS, and they actually announced that Apple will be moving to an ARM-based chipset, which they call Apple Silicon. So this is gonna be it for this video. Make sure you let me know down in the comment which of the things Apple announced in this past event was one of your favorite. Obviously, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure you go and you subscribe. Make sure you click the bell button so you can get notified whenever I upload a video. Give this video a thumbs up, and I am going to catch you guys on my next one. Peace. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if not already. So this is gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Obviously, let me know down in the comments which of the features. So this is gonna be it for this video. Obviously, let me know down in the comments which of the Apple's